Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi my loves, it's CHANGE.TROYCE and you're watching Choice TV, and for today's video I'm here to talk about the whole streamer university controversy involving Kai Cenats. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about Kai Cenats starting this whole streamer university because Kai Cenats is one of the biggest streamers in the world. He has roughly over 17 million people that like to watch him live stream his entire life. He's a huge staple in pop culture right now because you see his face literally everywhere. Overall, this dude isn't going anywhere for a very long time. So Kai Cenats, the last time I spoke about him, he had that whole controversy where he literally had a whole fucking riot started in New York City where he had a whole meet and greet, and because he was able to prove the fact that he was able to pull in a whole bunch of people through a meet and greet, he got a lot of backlash and a lot of media scrutiny because they essentially destroyed Union Square in New York City. So that's the last time I spoke about Kai Cenats. However, some people have been questioning him lately because if y'all didn't know, he has something called Streamer University, where essentially he basically enrolled over 120 people into an actual university, and he basically told a lot of people if they sign up and apply, he'll teach them how to be streamers.
Let me go ahead and repeat this again. Streaming University, it is completely free. If you are selected, you will be living on a college campus. You're not learning how to stream. I'm not teaching you how to stream. If you are in, you already know how to stream. That's gonna elevate, hopefully, like, give y'all a fire experience. I can't have all these classes of this. Oh yeah, download OBS, guys. Once you download OBS, you need at least 5 mods in your chat, guys. How the fuck do I look doing that?
Now, I'm not going to just outright insert a lot of clips, and I'm going to edit a lot of the clips that I've shown in this video because Kai Cenats' team is going around striking people and copyrighting people who insert a lot of the footage because they want everybody to run over to Twitch and go light those numbers up. He essentially told all his fans to apply to Streamer University, and over 1 million people submitted applications. And you can imagine the frustration he got because a lot of people were upset because he only chose influencers and most of them were already established anyways. On top of that, he only chose about 120 people out of 1 million candidates. But there's a lot of controversies around the streaming university because a lot of people are very upset because he didn't just rent out this random university and just say, okay, yeah, this is mine now. No, this is a actually established university called Akron University located in Ohio. And a lot of these streamers were very disrespectful to the university. Many of them were causing chaos. Some girl even got hit with a BB bullet.
You okay? What is it, water?
No, somebody shot me a BB gun.
Okay, let's get you downstairs. Let's get you downstairs. Let's hit the stairs. Actually, elevator. Okay, just so you know, your eyes don't look crazy. They're a little red, but they don't look crazy. Okay?
Because these streamers wanted to go viral and look for a viral moment. Some of the students even called him out and said, hey, that's not fair that we literally came all this way to literally promote ourselves and build our brands. And, you know, we're dealing with influencers looking for a viral moment.
So in class, we don't, like, the smaller creators, obviously we're here to learn.
Yeah.
And like the bigger creators, I feel like they're here to have a viral moment.
Okay, step up.
I wanted to bring this to you because obviously this is very important, and the teachers are saying real shit, and I'm trying to learn. But it feels like the bigger creators, they're just trying to have a viral moment to where the teacher gets distracted. And I'm real life trying to learn.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. The reason why a lot of people who make these fake wannabe schools or these struggle schools always make a big profit is because they profit off the fact that growing up, we're always groomed to believe that we have to go to school for every damn thing instead of picking up a book or actually doing research on Google or YouTube. Everybody thinks they have to go to school or sit down at the desk to learn everything and take notes, but you don't always have to do that. It's sad because a lot of these people are expecting a big lit school that's going to teach them things and they're going to leave with knowledge. But stop drinking the Kool-Aid. That's just some shit we were taught in the Matrix. You don't need to go to school for none of this stuff. If y'all were just going to cast influencers, why in the fuck would you tell people to audition? Why would you have people submit videos asking to be a part of your streaming university just to only choose 100-something people who are already established? And that alone already brought me back memories because if y'all didn't know, I covered a similar situation many years ago where there was this crusty-ass YouTube couple many years ago that went by Dick and Balls Nation. I'm sure y'all remember them. They were a very popular YouTube couple that started off reacting to people's videos back to back, and they was posting like 60 fucking reactions a day, doing fake pranks and posting all types of weird ass finger my kitty prank. And they essentially became really well renowned and well respected entertainers and influencers, and hats off to them because they're still relatively relevant. But essentially, I remember they did a whole DMB University after they did a whole scandal where they essentially told all their fans that they got hacked just for them to get their YouTube channel back and then post this trailer about DMB University.
Everybody around us.
Even a person that's watching this video right now, we're trying to change your life.
Yeah.
Okay, if we can do it,
Anyone
you can do it. Anybody can do it. We can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. Anything's possible. And at the time, 8 months ago, we started on YouTube, 0 subscribers.
Stop what you're doing and sign up now. Don't wait. Sign up now.
What you waiting for? Matter of fact, stop watching this video. Go sign up right now.
That shit sounded like an Everest commercial. I couldn't believe people actually just saw that and automatically thought to sign up. And of course, everybody crashed and burned who signed up because a lot of people started posting expose videos showing that it really wasn't as legit as it seemed.
So you said that that DMB Nation did not respond to you guys either?
Yeah. I just spoke with accounting, and I have no idea. Like, I wish we knew because a lot of people call, and yeah, it looks like DMB just kind of disappeared on us.
But his university can't be compared to that nonsense because his shit is actually free, and these people seem to have been handpicked out of the millions of people, even though most of them are influencers. Seems very awkward, but to be honest with you, a lot of this seems very lighthearted and like a goofy ass joke. What's interesting is they even have professors who aren't even professional for professors or have any type of credentials. They instead just got regular influencers that are experienced and for shock value. For example, they got the Cooking with Kaya girl doing culinary art.
I am Professor Cooking with Kaya, Cooking with Kaya, Cooking with Kaya, Cooking with Kaya.
And then they got India Love doing love and romance classes.
Hello, hey, SU students and stuff. Hey, y'all. I'm Professor Love. My class is going to be on one of the most important topics of everyone's life, which is love and relationships. And we're going to be deep diving beneath the surface and regular, but that's me, so hope I see you guys.
Honestly, this all seems like one big orchestrated pilot. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to come out with something similar to this on Netflix or Hulu or whatever. Kai Cenats did make it clear that he did get a lot of offers, but what's so crazy is I feel like this is just building anticipation for more money and more sponsors. And honestly, I don't blame him. Why not make money off of idiot people? Why not make money off of ignorance? But there are substantial things that they do talk about in the class and that they do talk about in the course. So many substantial things that people can obviously apply to their own lives. Because even though a lot of these people that are in this whole streaming university are, of course, taking up space and are made for entertainment and are just products, people can take little itty bitty things from it and they could turn it into something positive for themselves. But again, everything that they're teaching you and showing you can literally be Googled. I don't understand why everybody feels that they have to apply and be a part of this. I guess people are just really scared of the whole 9-to-5 life or the life of having to build something from scratch. So they feel like somebody has to give them the secret Krabby Patty formula to being a popular streamer or entertainer because they feel like that's the way that they're going to get rich and ride jet skis and much more. People are just honestly infatuated and jealous of their favorite content creators that are living in massive penthouses and that are showing off and doing all these luxury trips and these luxury brand deals. And everybody wants to be a part of that. And I don't blame them because, again, everybody has like this escapism thing when they watch influencers. And then they want to be a part of that because in their head they think that they could be living lavish and classy if they just had a if they just had a platform to showcase their personality. But the truth is, everybody's not going to make it as a streamer or a live streamer or a content creator because a lot of y'all don't got no fucking personality. A lot of y'all are boring and bland. A lot of y'all are dry as fuck and say a lot of in y'all videos. That's not to say that everybody watching this probably won't make something out of social media or everybody watching this or trying to build something from this won't succeed. That's just to be honest. A lot of y'all won't make it. If anything, being a popular content creator is very rare. You can go viral. Anybody can go viral nowadays. But to be a successful content creator, most people don't have it in them because, again, it's a business. There's bookkeeping. There's taxes because, yes, influencers do pay taxes. And there's a lot of things that go into it, such as it draining your energy. And then you got to hire a team. And then you got to have editors. And if you can't afford that or don't want to pay for that, you got to do everything yourself. There's levels to this shit. And everybody just thinks that everybody just jumps to instant stardom and success and fame. And it's crazy because the streaming and influencer world is taking over so much that they're even teaching this stuff in college. College classes are teaching and offering this kind of shit. And listen, I'm not trying to knock anybody going out of their way to get an education, because I remember Elon Musk, did a couple years ago get a lot of backlash because he basically said college is so unnecessary to learn shit.
I don't consider going to college evidence of exceptional ability. In fact, ideally you dropped out and did something. I mean, obviously, we look at Gates is a pretty smart guy, he dropped out. Jobs, pretty smart, he dropped out. Larry Ellison, smart guy, he dropped out. I'm like, obviously not needed.
And then people looked at him crazy as fuck. But to be honest with you, college is really just a system where they're able to monetize people's desire for knowledge. And that's what streaming university is. People have a strong desire to obtain knowledge, to get rich quick, to be famous, to literally travel the world for free and have brands pay for every fucking thing.
And the truth is, it's just merely about entertainment. There's no substance in any of this. And to be honest, I really think that eventually they're using all these influencers to promote the platform, because as you can see, they do have a lot of sponsors that are sponsoring the live stream. Like, they're constantly dropping names such as, oh, go subscribe and purchase this app, or go get this app, or go buy that. So clearly they definitely have some sponsors rolled in this entire platform, which makes sense because everybody has to get paid. On top of that, let's be real. Eventually, when the time comes, when you see people like DDG and India Love and Cooking with Kaya and Agent 00 and all these major people who already have established audience coming on here, eventually they're going to get a crazy mass payout, because what happens if they actually build their own university? Because over 500,000 people are tuned into this shit every single day. 500,000 people are constantly tuned in, and the introduction and orientation video alone got over 10 million views.
As of now, there has been talks about him ending the streaming university as of today. Because if you guys didn't hear, basically Kai Cenats didn't like the fact that many of the streamers and the people that were so desperate for fame and attention and to go viral were essentially destroying the university.
Some of the students destroying the university. So sad they are all adults.
Come here! Close the door! Stop! No, my nigga! Stop! No, nigga, on my soul, nigga, on my little sister, I promise you, stop.
So what's crazy is he ended up having to wrap everything up. He got tired of the fact that people were getting injured.
Come on, let me in, my boy. Me fucked up. Let's roll out. Hey, where's the car at? That's you. Roll out. Where the car at? Hey, where's the car at? Right there. Is it that car? You wanna go in the truck? Yeah. I go on that one. That's good. Hey, get that cop car. Send the buses, yeah. Send the buses. Look at them, Phoebe. Look at them. Whole night messed up. Load the buses. Open the door.
Clearly, it was all just a big-ass skit, if you really think about it. The fact that he's just walking out and leaving and saying that he's done, he's over it, and he's not doing it no more, but there might be a part 2, shows me that this was all an orchestrated plan to, of course, promote the platform, promote the brand, and then eventually bring in more people and more investors.
How this shit should be on Netflix, or Amazon Prime should buy this, Tubi should buy it, somebody hire and they do it crazy. We already been getting talks with different people, but I want to go ahead and say this, bro. But an idea like this, so original, you got to keep it where it's at.
He's a fucking genius. There's clearly a bidding war for this entire brand. And even though it seemed a little bit sloppy and disoriented and disorganized, he's definitely going to be making a couple more million, maybe even 100 more million after this.
When you're on the internet, and when it comes to brand deals and when it comes to doing shit on the internet, a lot of content is free nowadays. And when it comes down to Twitch, people don't pay shit to go on Twitch. People literally just go on Twitch and they literally just watch shit.
Overall, is it a scam? Nah, it doesn't seem like a scam. It just seems like setting the foundation for a pilot, which would then turn into a series, which would then probably be a $200 million deal. And then honestly, when I look at this stuff, I kind of understand more and more why a lot of celebrities and a lot of big name entertainers and production companies hate influencers, because they're getting all the attention. You know, it's all about how many people can pay attention to you when you're an influencer. That's the true secret to being an influencer, getting people's attention, and he's doing it by the millions. So honestly, when and you are able to pull this many people just sitting in your fucking bedroom, that says everything you need to know. So honestly, Hollywood is going downhill. Hollywood is going bankrupt. They're constantly making new fucking reboots of Freaky Friday, reboots of this show, reboots of that, trying to, it's just like there's no money in Hollywood unless you're like a big name influencer. And if you can't already bring in numbers, nobody can take a chance on you. Throughout the past 9 years since I've been doing this shit, people be walking up to me and will say things such as, I want to make some money. How do I make some money? How do you do that? How do you do that? Or don't you just make videos? They think it's all easy. And it's like, bitch, if it's so fucking easy to just make videos, then why don't you sit your ass down and do it and try to sustain it? Being a popular influencer for years is very difficult, and you won't gain much success from it unless you have something substantial and sustainable. There's a lot of people doing all types of weird shit since I've been on here. When I was like, doing YouTube during the Vine era, like people were going in the toilet and eating doo-doo and shit to try to like get virality and success. People were exploiting their women's breasts in the thumbnail to get some type of clickbait and viewership. People were doing all types of crazy things, like pretending to throw their kids over the roof prank, putting lemon in their kid's mouth prank, and their kid is like 2 years old. People were doing crazy shit like CJ So Cool. You remember when CJ So Cool was out here putting laxatives in his kid's lunch? It's just a lot of stuff that people would do to get on and to get engagement and much more. And there's a market for that. You can monetize people's self-consciousness and jealousy of their favorite influencers. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kai Cenats came out with the Cenats streaming platform, the Kai Cenats streaming platform, and try to do like a whole pay-per-view thing where instead of putting it on Twitch for free, a big name company gives them a big $1 billion check to literally produce shows, produce content, and so much more. Because again, everybody wants a piece of that social media engagement pie. A lot of these celebrities, entertainers, they hate influencers because a lot of us are able to compete with them when it comes to these big brand deals, these award shows, these nominations, and so much more. And a lot of them don't know how to compete with somebody who knows how to connect and relate to other people. So things are getting a little bit different. Things are getting a little bit weird, but I hope everybody realizes that this whole streaming, trying to be an entertainer and an influencer thing, you have to have an end goal, because if you don't have an end goal, this shit's going to wrap up for you quick, because I've been here long enough to see so many people come and go, and I think Kai Cenats will be here for a while, but a lot of people come and go, and a lot of people who are, throwing BBs at people and damaging universities and shit and having no respect, a lot of those people, let's see where they go. They're not going to be here anytime soon. They'll be literally on OnlyFans, busting it wide open, busting their poom poom, busting it wide open for a real one, just to see everybody fucking give them money and engagement and attention. So I'm just being real, and I hope everybody can honestly reflect on everything I said. So that's what it comes to being an influencer, and you don't need a fucking class or a course to do it. You don't need that shit. If you want to learn how to be a content creator, there's a lot of free information, a lot of free resources on YouTube where you can watch people how to edit. You could watch videos on people telling you how to build brand deals. There's literally short-term affordable classes that aren't saturated with popularity and gimmicks that can actually teach you how to build a successful brand on the internet. And that's all I gotta say on that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. People should like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about my overall thoughts. And yeah, that's that. Choice out this bitch. Baby, 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 baby. I love it when I hear your name. Same say it. Baby, 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 baby. Ah! Baby, 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 baby. Listen, I see my worth. Been here on God's green earth. You don't know what you done to me. I never thought I need you desperately. I was kinda sick how I'm stuck on you. And I don't know, cause I needin' you. And for the hope to say, baby, yes, her, oh, her, baby, 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 baby. I love you, baby, 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 baby. I love you.